When the relationship is on the edge of the cliff. Oh yeah, players, check this out. When the relationship is on the edge of the cliff. Oh yeah. See, this is when all the hardships and obstacles enter into the relationship. See, now the lust has settled. Now all you do is fuss. No lust, all fuss. But check this out, players. Let's do a thorough breakdown. Number one, both partners don't feel protected mentally, emotionally, and physically. Your significant other is supposed to always be your protector, not someone who makes you feel unsafe and uneasy in the privacy of your own home and out in public. By doing what? Being disrespectful in private and out in public. Letting bad or good news make it to the partner or to their house before the other partner tells them. Talking behind the other partner's back. Disrespectful. Confiding in people on the outside of the relationship instead of confiding in your partner, whether it's major or minor problem. Sharing secrets with outside people. Disrespectful. And taking in-house business outside. And I don't care if it's on social media, players. Even if it's on social media, players. If you're not protected on a multitude of levels, don't allow your significant other to further abuse you mentally, emotionally, and physically, players. Now check this. Your significant other is supposed to always protect your peace of mind, name, reputation, and character. If not, bounce. Check this out, players. And check this out. I add this now. I add this onto it. And even if she doesn't tell you that somebody else was disrespecting you behind your back, see? Because if she tells you that, she helps you protect yourself around that guy. See, now he could have been acting like he was your friend when he in front of your face, but when he behind your back, now he turned into a foe. See, but when she hears that, she can tell you. Now that helps you protect yourself, because now you can keep your guard up around that guy. See, now you can keep your guard up, you can protect yourself, because she just help you protect yourself. But if she don't, and she be silent about it, now she aligning herself with him now. See? Because silence is what? Agreeance, right? So by her just telling you that, hey, this guy was being disrespectful behind your back, now she's allowing yourself to protect yourself. But now she doesn't tell you that the guy disrespected you behind your back. She aligning herself with him, man. And silence is agreeance, players. Number two, see, she's your protector. Hey, emotionally, mentally, and physically, for your reputation, name, character. Number two, not physically attracted to your significant other. This can cause them entanglements, players. At first, both partners were heavily smitten with each other, ready to rip each other's clothes off whenever they seen each other, especially after a few days from not seeing each other. That's when it does get juicy. When both partners no longer feel attracted to each other after a long years of being together. Now, after long years of being together, and now that once electric spark has turned into a dull friendship, that's a big, huge, major sign it's time to both reevaluate things going forward. And the reevaluation need to be your ending the player. Trust and believe, man. That what creates entanglements, man. Because if you see, that will keep couples like flirting with each other, man. Because they still attracted to each other, to one another. Now check this out. If I'm attracted to my woman, I'll be flirting with her, man, giving her ACA, attention, compliments, and affection. But if I'm not attracted to her, man, I'm not going to be complimenting her. Hey, that dress look good on you. I'm not going to be want to, you know what I'm saying, feel on her and grab on her and flirt with her. You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. If she's no longer attracted to me, she ain't going to want to compliment me and tell me how nice I look, how handsome I look, or that suit look good on you, or that shirt, or them shoes, or whatever like that. See what I mean? Compliment me, no affection, no attention. See what I mean? That creates entanglements, players. So players, hey, the reevaluation need to be going forward. Hey, you need to end it, players. Don't just sit there and say, man, I still no, player. Okay, love is action, man, and the action need to be, player. You need to end it, because I guarantee you, it's gonna correct this right here. Number three, he and she cheated. If it doesn't matter, if they messed around once or twice, because that distrust can affect their partner and relationship beyond repair. Now, check this out. Sometimes couples can be forgiven and move forward through a betrayal. But if the partner that got cheated on can't foresee that ever happening, then don't stay in a place that makes you unhappy and takes away your beautiful smile. Your $1 million smile, players. Hey, man, distrust, man, I can't stand it, players. And I'll just say this, man. Honesty is an expensive gift. So don't accept it or expect it from cheap people. They cheap in character. So if they can give you the same honesty back in return, that's a cheap person. They cheap in character, man. Cheap in integrity. Because honesty is an expensive gift. So don't expect it from cheap people, man. And like I say, it creates entanglements, man. Now you might I know some guys they can move past something like that. Not only probably I say a couple, not a whole lot of guys that can move through a betrayal. I done seen it happen, man. But see, you never know how deep that relationship was. And the worst cheating a couple can do or a mate can do, players, is cheat emotionally, man. When you emotionally cheat, you catch feelings. So you don't know what that woman gonna do, man. She can really be into that guy, and by she being so into that guy, man, they can cause you to get set up, man, in return, man. See what I mean? You'll watch them shows on TV One, For My Man and Fatal Attraction, man. When those women, man, have side dudes, they start catching feelings with the side dude. They start setting the main dude up, man. See, it can cost you your life, man. That's what I mean by protector, see? That's why I say if you're not attracted to her, man, cut her loose, because if she sneaking out the house, man, messing around on you, man, it can end deadly for you, player. Same way with you, man. Same way with you, man. So, hey, it can happen vice versa. I'm just saying, player. Hey, man, don't create those entanglements, man. Hey, and distrust, man, like I say, honesty is an expensive gift, and don't expect it from cheap people, man. They cheap in character and integrity. Number 4. No longer agree on anything. Over a long period of time, people change as well as people's mindsets. And that can also mean your relationship will too. Yeah, because when the mindset change, so does the relationships. That is true, players. At first, everything was going so smoothly. Now the couple is having real major problems to deal with, and you're no longer on one accord about anything. If you can't find anything to agree on, and most of the time it's spent arguing, fussing, and fighting, that's a sign the love train has stopped. And check this out, players. If it is getting that bad, if it's getting that bad, when y'all calling out each other's names, man, check this out now. End it before it graduates to getting physical, player. You got to, man, because that's what's going to happen, man. You got to end it before it gets real physical, man. Because I'm telling you, those hard fights, man, not saying physically fights. I'm talking about getting like, she going like low and you going low. No, player. No, player. No, man. Stop it before it graduates, man, to getting physical, man. You don't want the police showing up to your house, man, handcuffing you. Then you got to bond out. Now you missing time from work, players. Man, end it before it gets, man, physical and bad for you, players, on both ends, man. Number 5, there's no trust at all. Now check this out. This is a good one right here. Now, there's no trust at all. Lying about something small is big. That's what I say. Lying about something small is big, in my opinion. When the lies are consistent and about small issues that can cause bigger issues in your relationship, whether that's lying about texting someone your significant other wouldn't approve of, see, something small can be big. The real reason she wanted to go to that party at the club alone that night, okay. Or staying real late someplace after work without calling and texting or answering the phone. Okay. Having that distrust is only going to make it really hard to ever feel totally secure in their relationship, players. Having that distrust is only going to make it really hard to ever feel totally secure in their relationship, player. And check this out too. Dishonesty contaminates the soil in the relationship. A bond is only as lasting and strong as the truth is built upon. Dishonesty contaminates the soil in the relationship. A bond is only as lasting and strong as the truth is built upon, players. Can I preach to you, players? Can I just preach to you, players? See? No, players. See what I mean by distrust, man, and lies? See, man, you can create something real bad just by staying there too long. You really can, man. You can create it. Man, that stuff don't, man, you can create something so bad just by staying in it too long, player. And you know you don't want to be there, man. You're not happy. You don't have no peace. Man, you can create bad dynamics, players. Number 6. Progress is one-sided. Check this out. Relationships take 100% efforts from both sides, not just one partner. A relationship cannot be worth saving if your significant other refuses to work and care just as hard as the other partner. If they call all the shots and none of your wants and needs are ever met, you need to try this right here, players. If they call all the shots and none of your wants and needs are ever met, you need to try empathizing with your own unmet needs and sympathizing with her unmet needs, and y'all come up with a plan to meet both. Or decide that the only way to create a happy and healthy relationship is to be by yourself or with someone else. Nah, I just gave you like what, 2 or 3 options, player. Cause see, a man, to me, sympathizing is like logic to me. Because see, when you empathize with somebody or have empathy for someone, you're trying to put your shoes into their shoes and feel what they feel. But see, if you sympathize with them, then you do this. See, you try to understand where they're coming from. You're listening and you're trying to understand. So you listen to comprehend, not reply. So if I got a woman going through something, see, I can't really feel what she feel because, not because she has emotions, because I wouldn't handle that problem like that. See, I wouldn't be down and sitting down like that. See, I handle mine the way I want to handle it. And that might be internally. I won't be telling everybody. I just handle the way I want to handle it, not the way she's handling it. See what I'm saying? She might got to go to like me and then talk to her mom and dad. But me, I just deal with mine on my own. See, so I would handle that differently. So that's why I say sympathizing really like logic to me. Empathizing is like emotion. You're trying to feel what that person feel, but sympathizing to me is like logical support. Okay, I can't understand what you're going through. I mean, I can't feel what you're going through, but I can understand it and I can support you. So that's what I say do that. But check this out. Don't attach your love and efforts to a person and a relationship unless that person feels that same exact way towards you, because one-sided expectations can mentally destroy you. Because one-sided expectations can mentally destroy you. Number 7, players. Number 7. Peep me out, no? No mutual interest. At the beginning, shared interests are one out of many things. Shared interests are one out of many things that attract people to each other, which is true. But if years into your relationship, your shared interest has grown apart, that takes the relationship in a different direction, not the same direction. Yes, that is true. Yes, indeed. And many healthy and majority of the time happy relationships require at least both partners enjoying some things that they can do together, because being in a relationship will feel pointless if both are spending all of their time alone. And I'm talking about football games, basketball games, baseball games, bowling, certain music or concerts, comedy shows, boarding card games, opera, writing books, writing poetry, reading books, or doing things with each other that involves family members. I had this one female. She loved being around family members, man, but she didn't like what I like doing. I like to go on a comedy show because, see, it was Kevin Hart's. He just came down here, man, and this one he was just getting hot. I mean, he wasn't big like now. He was just getting hot, man, and I had got some tickets for his show, but like I said in one of my videos, I had to make sure her schedule was clear and how does she feel first. So now I didn't ask her. I just went ahead and got the tickets, right? Because like I said, I wanted to be a surprise. You see what I'm saying? I figured she would want to go because she like, you know, we love watching shows with comedy on it, like watching comedy movies and all that stuff like that. So I'm thinking, man, she gonna really want to go out and enjoy this. So check this out. I made sure her schedule was clear. And I checked to see how she was feeling. And I told her, like I say, that week, matter of fact. I said, hey, no, I told her like a couple of weeks ahead. I said, hey, I got these tickets, man, to go see Kevin Hart. And this one, he, like I say, just started off, you know what I'm saying? Just started. And I said, hey, I got tickets to go see Kevin Hart. But check this out, man. She ain't even want to go. You know what I'm saying? I figured, hey, you want to get your nails did, your toes did, manicure, pedicure, hair did, put a nice dress on with the heels and open-toe heels. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was going to really, man, dress to the nines for a player. But, man, she didn't, man. And when she want to do, like, family member things, like get involved with the family members, like I said, I didn't want to do that either, man. So that right there, the shared interest, man, really just made us fall out. You see what I'm saying? It really was a cause of our fallout because I didn't do nothing she wanted to do hardly. Now, I went one time with her family members, and I tried to because, see, I like being one-on-one with my partner, man. You know what I'm saying? When I got a woman with me, man, I can flirt with her, get in her ear. You know what I'm saying? Put some real sticky and wet in her ear, man, and, you know what I'm saying? Flirt with her, get some affection, compliments, man, and attention I want to give her, man. But now, I don't mind being around a couple people while we out, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, but me, I like being solo with my woman alone, man, because I can really just get in her ear, you know what I'm saying, get her attention, just really just, you know what I'm saying, get in her head like I want to, man, get her warmed up, I can really just be at her like I want to, you see what I'm saying? But around other people, man, you got this guy going to ask you some questions, this the female going to talk to her, man, it just, you know what I'm saying, I don't like being like that, but now, she did. See, that's another problem we had. She liked to just doing everything with other people. Not just, you know what I'm saying? Like, shared interest, man, would cause us to just fall out. That's all I'm saying. Y'all don't have any more shared interest, man. Y'all been together long. And I say what? If it changes now, I'm saying, like at first, like I said, y'all had shared interest, but over time, like I said, man, when the mindset change, so does the relationships, man. So that change, players, it could be hard on you, man. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause some stuff you gonna want to do, she ain't want to do, and then, like I say, vice versa. But check it now. Number 8, players. They have a certain addiction that causes problems. When you share a relationship with someone who's an addict, you spend all your time, energy, and effort trying to help them defeat their demons. But the problem is, sooner or later, their problems and issues will start to wear you down. That is true. And affect your own health and mental well-being. Even, let me check this out. If she is an addict, check this out, player. I'm going to go into a lot of stuff now. If she's an addict and is not willing to own up and admit to it, that's where it starts. See, you first got to admit to it and own up to it first. You got to. See, that's where it starts first. Own up to it, admit to it. That's where it starts at. Now check this out. That's where it starts. By getting professional help, or herself can try to change on her own by taking small steps to improve herself. You need to end the relationship because she's not trying and you don't see an end in sight. Now, it can be alcohol, drugs, sex, blowing money as soon as she gets it, or gambling. Now, check this. If she's bad and irresponsible with money, she's a bad lover. And I always say that. If she's bad and irresponsible with money, she's a bad lover. If money runs through her hands like water, leave her alone, player. Now, check this out. When Tupac said, even though you was a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. Now, when he said that, in my opinion now this is just me, in my opinion, I took that as him saying he wasn't trying to make his mama a slave to her addiction. So, instead of saying, okay, I'll give you an example. Whenever I get sick, I always say this. I always say, man, I'm fighting off of sickness because, see, when you do that, when you say it like that and do it like that, you're not making your slave. You're not making yourself a slave to the sickness. So if I say, man, I'm fighting off this cold, I'm not making myself a slave to the cold. I'm fighting off the cold. So check this. I'm a well person fighting off a cold. See what I'm saying? I'm a well person fighting off a cold. So just like the Tupac mom. So he didn't say, she was a crackhead. But even though she was a crack fiend mom, you always was a black queen mom. But check this out. He looked at it as this. My mama can beat anything. Because like I say, she went against the system, man, and got herself out after 2 years, with that back, the Black Panther 21. She went against the system, man, and got out after 2 years, man. Everybody else got out. They got to quit it. She represented herself and got out. So, man, to me, in my opinion, if you can beat the system, man, you can beat anything. But that's just me. But check this out. Now, what he was saying to me, in my opinion, he was saying, my mom is not a crack fiend. She's a black queen, but I'm not going to make her a slave to being a crack fiend. She's my mom fighting off an addiction. I'm not going to make her a slave to the addiction. Just like I said, when I get sick, I fight off a sickness. I don't make myself a slave to the sickness. I'm a well person fighting off a sickness. So just like Tupac, he had a sober mom fighting off an addiction. See what I mean? So he had a sober mom fighting off an addiction. Just like when I tell other females that I had, man, a couple had they did like alcohol a lot, man. Like after 2 drinks, man, they would get out of control, man. Now one I helped, the other one I couldn't. But the other one, I told her, I said, hey, you a sober person that's fighting off a substance abuse. You see what I'm saying? I didn't put her. I didn't say, hey, you just an alcoholic. I didn't tell her that. See, I tried to, like I said, you're a protector. You protect her mentally, emotionally, and physically, right? So I try to give her some encouragement. I sympathize with her because I'm not a drinker. I don't drink or smoke. So I sympathize with her. Instead of getting in her shoes trying to feel she feel, I can't feel it. So I gave her what? My logical support. By doing what? Sympathizing with her. So I said, hey, you're not a alcoholic. You're a sober person fighting off a substance abuse problem. Your alcoholism. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying Tupac said in my head. He was saying his mom is sober, but she's fighting off an addiction. And I had, man, women that blew money, man, like I said, run through their hand like water, man. And man, the gambling, man. I had a woman one time. She bought a dress, man, $300, man, worth $300, man. I said, man, I could have took you to the store I buy, dresses from, and I could have got you at least, I'll say 6 or 8 dresses, and then you could have had the rest of the money and got your manicure and pedicure done and your hair did. But she would always just, man, love. I'm talking about as soon as she get the check, man, love blowing it. So I had to help her with that, but it worked for a while. But then, man, I just couldn't, man. Like I said, she was just a bad lover, man. When you bad with money and irresponsible with money, man, you a bad lover, man. But I just want to break that down, player. So you know somebody going through something, man. Even I'm talking about, man, it could be drug or weed. I know someone got cigarettes, man. That female with that, I just couldn't stand that cigarette smell. So that would cause it to fall apart. I can't stand cigarettes, man. But man, they're not addict. They're sober, fighting off of addiction. You know what I'm saying? You're not sick. You're a well person fighting off of sickness. So don't make yourself a slave to the sickness or the addiction or the substance. You know what I mean? SAS or ASS. The addiction, the substance. You know what I'm saying? Or like, it's just like I said, don't just make yourself a slave to it. The sickness, man, the substance or the addiction. I'll just say it like that. Number 9, because like I said, when you do that, you make yourself a slave to it. And you want to be a sober person fighting off the addiction, fighting off the sickness, fighting off the substance. You know what I'm saying? So just say it like that. Don't say you're alcoholic. You're a sober person fighting off the addiction, the substance, the sickness. All right, players, number 9. No longer feel supported. Your partner should always be your biggest fan, cheerleader, and your mental and emotional or support system. Here we go. If you feel like you can't count on them, you will start to look elsewhere. If you no longer feel like your goals, dreams, desires, fears, fantasies, and aspirations are being supported in your relationship, it can cause lots of unhappiness for someone who wants to feel like they are a part of a team, which is true, man. You always want to feel supported because you want to get that same support back, players, at all times. You want to feel like a team player, man. If she can't give you that mental and emotional support, player, because like I say, guys need that encouragement, that support too. Hey, time to balance, players. Number 10. She's manipulative. At first, you probably didn't catch on to her manipulative games. So, if it starts to become clearer that she's turning you into her puppet on the string, it's been time to end that relationship and start living for you. You've been tricked into doing everything for your significant other, and the only person is benefiting from that is her. Yeah. Now check this out. Just like that Jada thing, man. See what I'm saying? She tried to make, no, man, you can't. Man, she made Will feel her pain. No, man, hey, man, you did an entanglement, man. No, I wouldn't cause of that. You just wanted some outside meat. That's all that was. You just want some outside meat. Now he go looking crazy. No, man, it wasn't nothing you did, Will. She just wanted some outside meat. How can you have happiness through sex? That's what I'm saying, man. She just wanted some. Instead of her just saying, I want some outside meat, now she's saying entanglement. That's all it was. I want some outside meat to fill this need, to scratch this itch. That's all, man. But check this out, players. Now, you could have messed around and turned the tables. I mean, she could have messed around and turned the tables on you to get you to feel guilty, like Jada did with. Telling you since you couldn't provide her with some ACA, attention, compliments, and affection, she found someone who would. Now, you feeling like you let her down, but she's playing you, just like Jada did with, man. No, players, man. They can turn them tables around, man. Entanglement. No, man, you just need some new outside meat. That's all. You wanted that itch to be scratched, you know what I'm saying? Because you really, I don't think she really attracted to Will, man, like that no more. She hasn't been for a while. Because whenever you open a marriage up, that's basically something not happy. I'm not attracted to you. Let's just open it up and hold on to what we got and just try to find outside happiness. So that's what open marriage mean to me. You're just not happy with nothing no more. Number 11. You're doing all the work. If you're always feeling like you're the one who's doing all the work, it can be totally being responsible for saving and budgeting the income, handling all the chores around and outside the house, helping with the kids, and doing the communicating. You're the only one doing the communicating. You will start to resent your partner because most times talking things out can resolve the issues. But if it doesn't, and the effort continues to be one-sided, you're better off being on your own, which is true, players. Which is true, man. Need a communication play. You need that. Number 12. Doesn't understand each other's point of views. One of the worst feelings is being in a relationship with a significant other that's not able or trying to see something major from your own perspective or even trying to empathize or sympathize with you. See, like I said earlier. Now, with you, they might not agree with what you're saying 100% of the time. You're not always going to agree 100% of the time. But if they can't accept, and that's key, accept your perspective, you're probably going to spend a whole lot of time fighting, arguing, and disagreeing because y'all can't find a common ground or a mutual understanding, players. You got to find common ground and mutual understanding, players. You got to do that, man. Got to, players. 13. No longer a priority. At first, you and your significant other will go the longest mile to make sure you fit into each other's lives. But now, since years have come and gone, you're no longer making an effort to make each other a priority. Now, check this. That makes it harder for your relationship to feel and stay stable. It really does. That makes it harder for your relationship to feel and stay stable. Careers, major responsibilities, personal life issues, and family issues are very important and can get in the way. But it can really take a toll if both partners don't put in the much needed efforts to try to keep the intimacy, romance, and their personal lives alive too. You gotta find time for each other, players. You got to, man. That's so important, man. Players, that man. When it gets to that point, players, over, man. Man, you can't find time to make each other like at least. I ain't saying she gonna make you happy 100% of the time, player, but hey, man, that quality time, that intimacy, man, that romance, y'all personal lives together, man, doing things together, man. Y'all need that, man. That bond, man. You need it, players. You really do, man. So if both partners don't put in the much needed efforts to try to keep the intimacy and romance and their personal lives alive, too, you got to do that, players. It takes two. 14. Now you're thinking about the single life. Now you're thinking about the single life. At the beginning of the relationship, you dreamed of a happy marriage, a nice big home, a white picket fence, and a kid or two, the whole 100 yards. Not whole 9 yards, the whole 100 yards. Years later, now the only thing that's been running through your mind is the single life. If being in a serious committed relationship isn't all you thought it would be, you might be wanting your old solo life back. And players, when you get like that, that type of mindset, players, you do. You can say you don't, but you do. This is grown man time. And this is what I call grown man time, players. Let's get grown on this one now. This is grown man time. So if you can't work things out and at least be happy, find a peace of mind where you are, it's not fair to you or your significant other that's involved to stay in it either. So players, if you ain't happy, man, don't drag her along. And that's vice versa, man. Players, if you can't find the happiness, man, and you're not at least, I'm talking about majority of the time happy, not 100%, but majority of the time happy, man, and you can't find a peace of mind where you at, man, it's not fair to you or your significant other that's involved to stay in it either, man. So that's why I say grown man time. Time to go and tell her, hey, sit down with her, hey, it's just not working out. You know what I'm saying? I thought we would, you know what I'm saying, get married in the future, but I just don't see it happening. I'm not happy. And that way, if I'm not happy, I can't share my happiness with you or give you some happiness. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm not going to be attracted to you like that. I just don't feel like coming home, talking to you. Player, you got to break it down to it, man. You ain't got to go, not like all the way deep, but you got to break it down to it, players. You got to. I'm going to finish it off, player. The biggest cause of unhappiness is overthinking. So, player, check this now. The biggest cause of unhappiness is overthinking. So don't go with your heart. Go with your gut instincts and logic. And I'll just say this, man. Now, I'll just say this. Sometimes, I ain't going to say all the time, players. Your gut instinct speaks before your mind does. Your gut instinct speaks before your mind does. So use your gut instincts and your logic, man. Players, the only keeper of your happiness is to stop giving people that control over your smile, your self-worth, and your attitude, players. The only keeper of your happiness is to stop giving people the control of your smile, your self-worth, and attitude, players. Because your attitude can change by staying somewhere you really don't want to be, players. And like I say, man, when your smile gone, it's over with, players. You don't want nobody to take away your smile, man. You need your smile. But players, I say this. Denzel said something that was real hard in the movie, man. He told that white guy, Ethan Hawke, in Training Day, one of my favorite movies, man. One of my favorite movies. That's probably the best movie to me. He told him, man, when you make a decision, live with your decision. See, that's what I say. That's grown man time. He was basically telling him, hey, be a grown man about your situation, man. When you make a decision, man, I'm talking about on anything, man. Women, life, at work, you quit your job, or you want to get the other job or whatever, man. When you make a decision, live with your decision, players. And that's what I mean by being a grown man. A man makes a decision and he lives with it. He don't make a decision and start complaining. No, a man doesn't do that. He makes a decision and he lives with it. And whatever he got to fight, he got to fight. And man, I'm talking about crawl. Whatever he got to do to get through it, man, he gonna get through it, man. Because like I said, man is stoic now. So players, when you make a decision, that was the best thing. It was like 5 quotes in that movie was like good. Even when Ethan Hawke was telling him, you want to control your cries and your smiles. Now that was deep, man. You want to control your smiles and your cries, man. Man, that was like, hey, man. See, Denzel thought that the guy was kind of wet behind the ears. No, he had a little wisdom to him too. Now He had a little wisdom to him too. So, hey, that was deep, man. You want to control your smiles and your cries, players, and that's why I say, man, your smiles, man. When you miss your smile, when your smile gone, that's it, man. When you let her take away your smile, man, hey, man, it's over with, players, because your happiness gone. So that was deep. It was like about 3 or 4 things in that movie, man, that them quotes, man, that you can really listen to over and over again, make a whole lot of sense, man. You control your smiles and your cries, man. Don't let nobody control your smiles or your cries, players, or your happiness. You know what I'm saying? And when you make a decision, live with your decision, players. When you make it, man, think it out, man. Think it out, think it out, think it out, man. Man, you gotta be a master at contemplating too, man. A master at contemplating, player. You gotta think it out, man. Make sure you see the like the moment, like the present time you in, and the future when you go like the making plans. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to just make a decision off your emotions. You know what I'm saying? You want to do it, like I say, logically, man, and with your gut instincts, man. You got to do it like that, player. Don't just do it off of emotions. Which that's why I say don't go with your heart sometimes. Because if you go with your heart, man, bring your logic with you, man. Because your emotions can lead you like down the wrong road. You see what I'm saying? But your logic can pull your emotions over. You see what I'm saying? So, players, this is when the relationship is on the edge of the cliff, player. When the relationship is on the edge of the cliff, man, players. Control your smiles and cries, and when you make a decision, live with your decisions, player. All right, players, respect.